My name is Bryant Fitts. I'm a lawyer in Houston, Texas, and today I'm here to talk to you about the situation where people are working more than 40 hours a week but not getting paid overtime. The laws in the United States are generally as follows. If you work more than 40 hours a week, you're entitled to overtime. There are a few exceptions to this rule, but most people who work more than 40 hours a week are entitled to overtime. I'm going to briefly discuss the exceptions. The general rule is if you work more than 40 hours a week, you are entitled to overtime. There are a few exceptions, but typically look at it this way. If you have a job to where you are required to follow the orders of your boss and you are not allowed to make executive decisions in what you're doing, then you're entitled to overtime. That's even true for managers. If you're the manager of a retail store where you're given strict instructions as to what to do and you have to call somebody and ask for permission to do things that are beyond the scope of what you're allowed to do, you're probably entitled to overtime. A lot of people skirt the overtime issue by requiring employees to show up to work early to prepare for the day, only to clock in 30 or 45 minutes afterwards. Sometimes people may show up at a time and they're allowed to clock in, but then at the end of the day, they clock out and they're required to spend 45 minutes or an hour cleaning up or wrapping up off the clock. If you're doing anything like this, you're entitled to overtime. What should you do if you're in this situation? You need to contact a lawyer today to talk to them. The way the laws are written is you are entitled to your overtime if you work more than 40 hours a week. You do not have to prove how many hours you work. You just have to show generally that you are working more than 40 hours a week. Also, the company you work for are required to pay your legal fees. So if you hire a lawyer to get you the money that you should have been paid in the first place and you have to pay attorney's fees, your employer has to pay it. The laws are set up this way to protect people because they know that employers typically have more money than the employees, and it wouldn't be fair for an employee to have to go pay thousands and thousands of dollars to a lawyer to go get, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 worth of accrued overtime over time. So if you contact a lawyer, they will take your claim on what's called a contingent fee basis, which means they don't get paid until they're successful with your claim. So you won't come out of pocket to try to obtain the overtime money you should have been paid in the first place. In summary, if you're working more than 40 hours a week and you're not getting paid overtime, you probably should be getting paid overtime. I recommend that you contact a lawyer immediately. If you have any general questions, please post them in the comment section below, or if you'd like to make a confidential inquiry, contact us at 1-800-99-FITS or at our website contact form as well. Thank you.